But CPEC is a separate initiative with its own objective and the scope, but it built up on the foundation which led to the CPFTA. We can't deny this. And the agreement success in promoting trade, investment, and cooperation between China and Pakistan laid the groundwork for the larger scale development vision of the CPEC. And it is important to note that the relationship between CPFTA and the CPEC is complex and multifaceted. While CPFTA played a significant role in facilitating CPEC and other factors like China's strategic interest and Pakistan's need for the infrastructure development and also contributed to the initiatives which are emerging. So let's discuss why CPEC is considered as the fate changer on the socio-economic level. And people say that, or the many on both the states, or especially Pakistan, said that CPEC is a source of the employment. So let's discuss the factors why CPEC is known as the major source of employment. Basically, CPEC holds immense potential for creating employment opportunities in Pakistan. And its projections indicated that in 2030, CPEC could directly create approximately 2.3 million jobs across various sectors and significantly impacting the country's economic landscape. This optimistic look is based on the several key factors. As you all see on the screen, first one is the infrastructure development. In the infrastructure development, the construction of energy projects, transportation networks, and communication under the CPEC generates significant direct employment opportunities in construction, engineering, logistics, and other area of fields. Second one is the industrial development. The establishment of special economic zone along the CPEC route is expected to attract foreign investment and led to the attraction of various industries which generate employment opportunities in manufacturing, production, and other services. Third one is the service sector growth. And in the service sector growth, CPEC impact is not limited to the infrastructure and industry. The development of the trade, tourism, and other services are also projected to create new jobs in areas like hospitality, retailing, transportation, and the financial services. Fourth one is the skill development and the training. China-Pakistan economic corridor projects are creating a demand for the skilled workers in various fields. This provides an opportunity to invest in skill development and training programs to equip Pakistan's workforce with the necessary skills to meet the evolving job market needs. Fifth one is the transfer of the technology and in which collaboration with the Chinese companies involved CPEC project which can lead to the transfer of technology and the knowledge, and it create new job opportunities in the technology sector and fostering the innovation. Pakistan is expected, as I discussed earlier, Pakistan is expected to become an economic destination for Chinese and other international investors with the help of the China. And I have quoted the quotation of a CEO of the Asian Institute of Eco-Civilization Research and Development Center, Shakil Ahmed Rame. He said that the second phase of the CPEC and its commitment to high quality development can help Pakistan to overcome both challenges of in terms of economy and the climate. In the slides, all the things or the factors are discussing which I have discussed earlier. They are focused on the special economic zone, corporate, agriculture, and the social sectors. And these all things can create the massive opportunities for investment and create the multiple jobs for the state of the Pakistan. And Pakistan can generate large number of employment opportunities for their youth or for their skilled laborers or for their skilled workers or the educated people. So approximately 2.3 million jobs can be created after taking the all initiatives or the operationalization of all the projects. Now let's discuss the phases of the CPEC. CPEC phase one is almost complete and it laid the foundation for the economic growth. And was started in 2013, and phase one was completed in 2020, and its focus was on the building the essential infrastructure that would pave the way for future economic growth in Pakistan. The initial phase of the China-Pakistan economic corridor was majorly emphasized on the infrastructural development, and it focused on the energy projects. And China invested on the different energy projects in Pakistan to overcome the energy crisis. And China introduced the coal project. China also invested on the wind corridor. Was Wind corridors was introduced in the different regions of the Pakistan, and also China has invested on the solar panel or solar power plant in the Pakistan. And Bahawalpur, in Bahawalpur, we have seen the solar park, Qaid Azam solar park, sorry. And China is also invested on the third coal power project, and its main aim is to overcome the energy crisis in Pakistan and to overcome the environmental crisis in Pakistan. China is also invested on the Carrot hydropower project, which is a major pilot project under the China-Pakistan economic corridor, and its aim behind the aim behind the Carrot hydropower project was to generate environment friendly and the cheap electricity and promote green development in Pakistan, which is expected to annually generate 3.2 billion kilowatt hours of clean electricity, and it can reduce 3.5 million tons of carbon dioxide emission per year and meeting the power demand of about 5 million local population. And the second project on which China is investing is the Suki Kinari hydropower project. And this project, uh, about 870 megawatt electricity can produce, which can overcome the energy crisis, and it can generate it was expected to generate 4,000 employment opportunities for the local population of the area. And it was developed in the Kagan Valley. ESCO Hydropower Limited was invested construct this to construct this project. And China is also invested on the power generation projects or the hydropower developments and the transmission infrastructure. Pakistan recognized the acute energy deficit in the Pakistan, and China Pakistan Economic Corridor prioritized the construction of the several large-scale coal-fired power plants, which include the Port Qasim, and hub projects with a combined capacity of 3960 megawatt. And China is also invested on the hydropower development, as I discussed, the Suki Kinari hydropower project or the Carrot hydropower project. Both of them are the examples. And China is also working on the transmission infrastructure in Pakistan, and the construction of the high voltage transmission line like the Mitiari Lahore transmission line, which is from at about 4,000 megawatt evacuation capacity, and it has improved the national grid's capacity and facilitated the efficient transmission of electricity across the country. China is also invested on the transportation network. Uh, in the transportation network, China focused on the road expansion process because and the rehabilitation and expansion of the existing roads along with the construction of the new highways like the Karakram Highway phase 2 from Havelia to Thakot, and the Peshawar Karachi motorway from Multan to Sakka section significantly improved the connectivity between major cities and the trade routes. Secondly, it developed the Gwadar port, and the development of the Gwadar port, including the construction of the deep sea terminals and logistical facilities, which aims to transform it into a regional trade hub and gateway to the Central Asia and beyond. Another factor is the metal export by the Pakistan. Pakistan has contributed in the metal export system, and some of the information as I try to share with all of you in 2014, because Pakistan exported under $50 million in copper to China, and in 2020 that figure topped $410 million. And this development has seen Pakistan turn from a net importer of refined copper to a net exporter as of 2018, a feat not accomplished since the year 2000. Uh, and this asymmetry is one of the revenue, if nothing else, structured in such a way as to guarantee that net revenue enters the hegemon from the periphery with a trade imbalance and the above mentioned interest payment inflating China's gains. And in this regard, a glance of Pakistan's top import sources reveals China's share has doubled since 2012, going from 15% to over the 30%, while rivals such as the UAE and the USA remained at roughly their pre-BRI levels. Uh, and the China can maintain the supply required to satisfy growing demand for its green technology products, such as the solar panel and the electric car, in which copper is an integral element. And this is the major point, or the that's why the China is that's why China is importing the copper, because it is using the copper in the green technology system or the green technology products. And China's economic gains in Pakistan have not been met with such alarm, but compared to all out attempts to stop Vladimir Putin from conquering the Ukraine. Now let's discuss the communication system. China is also investing along with the China is also investing on the communication system along with the energy and the infrastructure project. Uh, it invested on the optical fiber cable and installed a high-speed cross-border optical fiber cable, which connect the Khanjarab Pass to the Pindi significantly, which enhanced internet connectivity and data transfer capabilities between China and Pakistan, and also tried to boost the digital infrastructure and to expand the communication system, and because digital infrastructure can facilitate the growth of the digital economy, promote e-commerce, information sharing, and the technological advancement process. Phase one of the CPEC has successfully laid the groundwork for the Pakistan economic transformation by addressing the critical infrastructure needs. This phase has created an enabling environment for further development and position Pakistan to capitalize on the opportunities presented by CPEC in the years to come.